dengan nada begitu. Jadi slowly lambat dengan lambat, free bebas, freely dengan bebas kan begitu ya. Nah, tetapi kalau misalkan begini, saya merasa lambat, misalkan contoh aja ya. Berarti kita bilangnya apa?
I feel slow.
I feel slow begitu.
Slow.
Begini, kamu bekerja dengan bahagia, biar gampang aja. Berarti you work happily, kan begitu. Saya merasa bahagia, dia menjadi feel happy saja. Beda dengan atas. Kenapa? Karena feel itu masuknya atau namanya, ya saya akan jelaskan, feel itu namanya adalah apa itu namanya? Linking verb. Saya lupa. Ya, namanya linking verb. Apa linking verb? Linking verb itu yang kata kerja ketemu dengan kata sifat langsung. Sebenarnya ada 20, cuman yang lebih jelasnya hanya 5 saja. Apa saja? Ada kata look, ada kata feel tadi salah satunya. Saya ulangi lagi ya untuk yang verb, saya lihat dulu biar lebih jelas. Oke, saya ulangi. Ada kata look, ada kata feel, ada taste, ada juga smell, ada juga sound. Nah, ini semua dia perlu ketemu dengan kata sifat. Apa artinya? Look itu apa sih artinya?
Melihat.
Bukan. Look itu artinya bukan melihat. Melihat itu look at ya, teman-teman. Saya ulangi. Mencari itu look for. Ya, tahu lagi. Look at itu baru melihat. Ya, betul. Jadi look itu artinya terlihat atau nampak atau kelihatan gitu ya. Namanya feel itu artinya tadi merasakan. Taste itu rasanya, tapi buat lidah ya. Kalau smell itu aromanya, kalau sound itu apa? Suaranya. Kenapa pakainya? Ya biar gampang, biar enak aja dalam bahasa Indonesianya. Contoh, kamu terlihat ganteng ya. Contoh aja ya. Berarti dia gimana tuh bahasa Inggrisnya?
You look handsome.
Look handsome. Nah, jadi dia langsung dari kata look ketemu kata sifat. You look handsome. Gitu. Saya merasa marah. Berarti I feel angry. Langsung ketemu sifat. Kue ini rasanya enak. Berarti apa? Delicious. This cake tastes. Nah, dia langsung ketemu sifat delicious. Smell. Apa ya? Smell. Aromanya. Misalkan aroma apa nih enaknya? Kopi. Kopi ini. Boleh deh bunga. Ya, bunga ini aromanya enak. Berarti flower smells good gitu aja. This flower smells good. Kenapa pakai S? Gampangnya kalau kenapa pakai S, ini juga pakai S. Ya, gampangnya karena subjeknya satu ya. Saya ulangi, kalau subjeknya satu, maka kata kerjanya dia pakai S ya. Nah, yang sound misalkan suaramu terdengar atau suaranya keras gitu misalkan. Your voice sounds loud gitu. Jadi tidak pakai li ya. Jadi tidak pakai li, bukan loudly. Jadi dia ketemu dengan langsung ke kata sifatnya. Karena apa tadi? Dia namanya linking verb gitu ya. Nah, jadi feeling itu seperti itu. Jadi bukan I feel happily, enggak ada. Jadi langsung aja I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel apa begitu. Jadi
Indonesia your voice sound loud. What's that? Suaramu terdengar keras.
Suaramu your sound, misalkan your voice terdengar, berarti apa terdengar? Your voice sounds so loud misalkan. Jadi langsung
pakai S.
seperti itu. Ya pakai S. Kenapa? Karena your voice, suaramu kan suaranya cuma satu tuh, maka kata kerjanya dia pakai S. Ingat kata kerja ya. Beda terbalik ya teman-teman ya. Maksudnya terbalik itu kalau bendanya lebih dari satu baru pakai S. Tapi kalau dia bendanya satu, kata kerjanya yang pakai S. Saya ulangi ya. Kalau kapan pakai S itu? Kapan pakai huruf S? Kalau bendanya lebih dari satu, yang pakai S siapanya? Bendanya. Kalau bendanya cuma satu, siapa yang pakai S? Kata kerjanya. Ya, jadi contoh misalkan the boy play. Nah ini salah nih. Kenapa? Karena nggak ada S-nya. Ya, harusnya kalau mau pakai the boy, misalkan bendanya satu kan, the boy, apa yang pakai kata kerjanya? Ya, apa yang pakai S ya kata kerjanya. Tapi kalau kalau the boy, maka menjadi play. Nah, jadi pindahin S doang, begitu. Oke? Gampang ya? Jadi cuma pindahin S doang. Intinya dalam satu kalimat harus ada S. Jadi kalau ini udah ada S-nya, ya maka play-nya nggak usah pakai S. Tapi kalau di sini belum ada S-nya, misalkan tadi the boy play, ya berarti karena dia cuma satu orang doang, maka jadinya please, begitu ya. Oke, nah jadi teman-teman untuk memanfaatkan waktu, kita akan jelaskan dan ini nanti kita lebih lengkap lagi, kita akan tetap belajar tentang yang namanya linking verb. Ya itu nanti akan ada lebih rincinya lagi. Saya hanya menjelaskan tentang penggunaan kata feel tadi. Okay, so let me explain it. The question of number 1, are you annoyed? Apakah teman-teman di sini annoyed? Apa annoyed? Jengkel. When your partner, ketika pasangannya, husband or wife, ya, suami atau istrinya, flirts with someone else. Apa di sini? Flirts itu?
Main mata.
Ya, mata atau bahasa kitanya menggoda. Nah, menggoda orang lain gitu. Ya, misalkan nih ibu-ibu ada suaminya ngegoda cewek lain gitu tuh. Nah, kira-kira jengkel nggak tuh sama kelakuan suaminya? Or it's okay, it's normal misalkan. Ya. Oke, yang lebih ini ya mungkin it's okay lah. Ya, it's okay sir, it's normal sir. I will be annoyed, saya akan merasa jengkel if my husband kalau suami saya flirts with another man. Itu ya. Nah, itu baru jengkel. Sama cewek ya normal gitu kan. Ya, oke. Silakan nanti jelasin ya kira-kira jengkel nggak tuh. Oke. And then kalau saya malah ditantang, coba itu godain tuh. Nah, sama istri saya.
Itu just
kayaknya malah nggak bisa gitu. Ya, just kidding. Tahu-tahunya di rumah langsung diam ya. Oke. Yap, nanti silakan jelaskan. And number 2. Nah, ini nih musim politik nih kebetulan. Do you get angry? Apakah teman-teman di sini marah when politicians, ketika para politikus ini make promises, buat janji-janji they can keep, yang tidak bisa mereka tepati. Nah, jadi mereka buat janji gini, saya akan begini, saya begitu, tapi nggak ditepatin tuh gitu. You get angry? Nah, teman-teman merasa jengkel, merasa marah nggak tuh dengan gitu? Ya, sure, ya pastilah ya. Oke, but maybe I don't care sir, it's just selling. Saya nggak peduli sir, itu mah cuma jualan aja gitu kan. Ya, atau bagaimana? Yes, so please explain it. Yep. And number 3, do you get angry? Apakah teman-teman di sini merasa marah when you watch the news? Ketika teman-teman nonton berita on TV, di TV, and see all terrible things, dan melihat hal-hal yang memang terrible. Apa terrible di sini?
Mengerikan.
Ya hal yang buruk lah bahasa kitanya gitu ya. Melihat semua hal-hal yang buruk happening yang terjadi in the world, di dunia ini. For example, the war between Israel and Palestine, ya misalkan tadi itu kan perang antara Palestina dan juga Israel contohnya, or apalagi it's about the policy or election atau tentang pemilu mungkin gitu kan ya. Many cases ada yang banyak katanya bilang it's cheating, katanya curang atau macam-macam lah ya, saya juga kurang tahu ya. But you can explain, tapi silakan teman-teman jelaskan, marah nggak tuh teman-teman, merasa marah nggak? Okay. And number 4, does it annoy you? Di situ ada kata annoy, perhatikan teman-teman. Nah, ada kata annoy, ada juga annoying, ada juga annoyed. Annoy itu artinya membuat jengkel. Annoying
Menjengkelkan.
menjengkelkan. Kalau annoyed-nya sendiri
Jengkel.
Nah, jadi bisa kita ambil kesimpulan ya kalau dia pakai verb ing bermakna me atau juga ber. Kalau verb ing. Kalau verb 3 bermakna di atau juga ter atau kata dasar. Maksudnya kata dasar itu gimana? Nanti saya akan jelaskan. Kalau dia selain ini, selain verb ing atau verb 3, berarti kan bisa verb 1, bisa verb 2, kan begitu kan? Intinya selain verb ing dan verb 3, dia bermakna membuat tambah. Contoh ya. Bahasa Inggrisnya sebentar, saya ulangi. Bahasa Inggrisnya apa ini ya? Lah ini aja. Misalkan tiring, ada tired, ada tired doang. Kalau tiring berarti diartikan apa? Melelahkan. Enggak, melelahkan. Kalau tired berarti dia kata dasarnya lelah, kata dasar. Yang ambil yang entak bahasa Indonesianya aja. Dilelahkan, terlelahkan kan nggak nyambung gitu kan? Ya kata dasarnya aja lelah. Tired berarti membuat lelah.
Membuat lelah.
Jadi teman-teman, kalau teman-teman bilang, "Aduh, saya bosan," I am boring atau I am bored. Kenapa bukan I am boring? Kalau saya membosankan, berarti saya membosankan. Nah, jadi yang suka bikin status malam mingguan, aduh aku lagi boring, berarti aku lagi membosankan. Berarti teman-teman orang yang membosankan, gitu ya. Atau ada orang yang bikin status, aduh aku lagi boring nih, jadi ganti tuh, jadi boringnya harus jadi bored, begitu. Ya harusnya ini diartikan membosankan. Kalau I am bored, barulah teman-teman bilangnya bosan. Oh, saya tertarik. I am interesting atau I am interested. Interesting atau I am interested. Interest ya tidak ya?
Interested.
Kalau I am interesting apa tuh? Saya
menarik.
Saya menarik. Berarti teman-teman orang yang menarik gitu kan. Kalau I am interested berarti saya tertarik. Begitu ya. Misalkan, hey bro, do you want to eat noodles? Oh yeah, I am interesting. Oh saya menarik kan gak nyambung gitu kan. Ya, harusnya interested begitu. Nah, di sini dia kebetulan pakai kata kerja annoy doang. Berarti artinya membuat jengkel. Jadi, does it annoy you? Apakah itu membuat teman-teman jengkel? Nah, segitunya gitu ya. When shop assistants, ketika asisten toko, maksudnya ada asisten toko kan biasanya try to sell, mencoba menjual you pada teman-teman things, suatu hal you don't need, yang teman-teman nggak butuh. Nah, jadi teman-teman, for example, when you go to shop, ketika teman-teman pergi belanja, and then the shop assistants are following you, ada asisten tokonya ngikutin teman-teman, and then try to sell something you don't need, dan coba menjual sesuatu yang teman-teman nggak butuh. Kira-kira merasa jengkel nggak tuh teman-teman?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, can have body in Wally dulu.
Oh yeah, in the mall ya. Sometimes we will find it in the mall. Kadang kita temuin ya di mall. Ya, okay, it's good, blah blah blah. Even though we don't need it ya, kita nggak butuh itu ya. But they always try to sell it. Tapi mereka coba untuk menjualnya.
Tapi kasihan kan mereka cari ini.
Oh ya, we feel pity. Kita merasa.
Kalau bilang dimaklumi saja gimana?
Sorry?
Dimaklumi saja.
Oke. Ya, oke, karena memang pekerjaannya ya. Oke, apa bahasa Inggrisnya dimaklumi? Understandable ya. Nah ini understandable. Ya, ini artinya ya, it's understandable lah ya. Ya, dimaklumi saja because it's their job. Karena itu pekerjaan mereka. Ya, but you can explain. And number 5. Does it annoy you? Apakah bikin teman-teman jengkel nih? When someone interrupts, ketika seseorang itu interupsi atau bahasa kitanya motong pembicaraan. Ya, when you are speaking, ketika teman-teman lagi ngomong, pas lagi ngomong potong mulu tuh. Ya, kayak debat. Oke, nah lagi ngomong gitu dipotong-potong mulu gitu kan. Nah, does it annoy you or not? Bikin jengkel nggak tuh yang kayak gitu tuh? Yes, ya.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yes, so please explain it. And number 6, does it annoy you? Apakah merasa jengkel nggak nih teman-teman? When your teacher, ketika gurunya, ini merasa kesindir juga nih teman-teman. Ya, speaks too quickly, ngomongnya terlalu cepat. Nah, makanya tadi saya sengaja ngomongnya pelan-pelan gitu kan. Ya, takut kesindir soalnya. Nah, jadi teman-teman jengkel nggak tuh ada guru ngejelasin, ya saya salah satunya mungkin ya. Oke, speaks too quickly, ngomongnya itu cepat gitu kan. Apa ini guru ngomong gitu kan. So,
especially in English.
Especially in English. Dia oke, udah mah ngomongnya cepat pakai bahasa Inggris lagi. Aduh, it will make you confused. Yeah, that's right. I agree with that. So everyone, jadi teman-teman, if you think, kalau teman-teman kira I speak too quickly, saya ngomongnya itu terlalu cepat, ya, so just interrupt me, ya, jadi tinggal potong saja. Sir, you speak so quickly. Oh, ngomongnya cepat banget, sir. Slowly, please. Nah, gitu aja ya. Nanti tinggal ngomong aja. Oke? Nah, please explain it. Yep. And number 7. Does it annoy you? Apakah itu bikin jengkel, teman-teman? When waiters, ketika pelayan restoran ignore you, nyuekin teman-teman. Ya, misalkan ada seorang ini kan ada waiters, ya malah cuek mulu gitu orangnya. Sir, waiter, cuek mulu gitu. They ignore you. Mereka nyuekin teman-teman. Does it annoy you? Bikin jengkel nggak tuh? Okay, so please explain it ya. Nanti silakan jelaskan. And number 8. Does it annoy you? Apakah bikin teman-teman jengkel? When you have invited. Nah, di situ ada have, ada invited. Oke, itu maknanya apa?
Diundang.
Is, have atau has, ketemu verb 3. Sebentar, saya dulu ya. Oke, sebentar, wait. Nah, saya ulangi, ada have atau has ketemu verb 3, itu diartikan sudah. Begitu ya. Have invited, berarti sudah mengundang. Nah, jadi apakah teman-teman merasa jengkel ketika teman-teman di sini sudah mengundang people, orang-orang to dinner, untuk makan malam, and they come late, dan mereka datangnya telat, and the meal is spoiled, dan makanannya udah nggak enak. Ya, makanannya udah nggak enak, udah dingin lah bahasa kitanya gitu ya. Udah nggak hangat lagi gitu. Nah, teman-teman ngerasa jengkel nggak tuh? Udah diundang, mereka datangnya telat, janjinya makan jam 8, jam 10 baru datang, ya gitu. Oh, sorry, we're late, gitu kan. Of course, the meal will be spoiled. Ya, pastilah makanannya pasti udah nggak enak lagi, gitu kan. Nah, does it annoy you? Nah, teman-teman bikin ngerasa jengkel nggak tuh kalau ada orang yang kayak gitu? Oke? Ya. Of course ya, kita udah nungguin capek-capek gitu kan. Oke, next. Ini kayaknya menurut pengalaman semua ini ya. Oke, next, number 9. Does it make you angry? Apakah itu membuat teman-teman marah? When people make nasty comments, ketika orang itu membuat komen-komen negatif, komen-komen yang jahat-jahat, atau komen-komen yang buruk-buruk, gitu ya, about you, tentang teman-teman. Nah, jadi ada for example, we know that, kita tahu we live in the social media, ya, kita tinggal ya atau hidup dengan social media, and then they can comment everything, mereka bisa komen apapun itu, but they comment the nasty comments, tapi mereka komennya itu komen-komen yang negatif tuh, ya. Does it make you angry? Apakah bikin teman-teman marah nggak tuh? Or you just ignore it, atau cuek aja deh, ya, don't reply it, gak usah bales gitu kan ya, because it's only the social media, mungkin karena sosmed gitu kan. Karena pernah saya juga di apa itu namanya, di komen saya video saya yang rambutnya kayak Andika Kangen Band gitu. Weh, Andika Kangen Band boleh. Ya mungkin teman-teman tahu ya kayaknya. Ada you know it or not ya, nggak tahu. Oke.
Tahu sir.
Oh tahu ya, you know it. Oke, what? Sir, admin saya nge-WA saya, sir, ada yang komen katanya kayak Andika Kangen Band katanya. Oh ya udahlah. Ya,
rezekinya aja yang sama.
ya,
Si Babang.
si Bambang tampan katanya saya kayak gitu. Ya, but I don't care ya, tapi saya nggak peduli lah, biarin. Okay, so please explain it. And then number 10, the last question, does it make you angry? Apakah itu bikin teman-teman marah? When you have made, nah ini sama nih, have made. Nah itu artinya sudah. Ketika teman-teman itu sudah made, membuat an appointment, sudah buat janji, sudah bikin janji nih, to see the doctor. Nah, see the doctor itu bukan diartikan melihat doang ya. Ingat, saya ulangi, melihat itu si itu melihat. Tapi kalau si the doctor artinya berobat ke dokter. So, kenapa pakai si? Berarti cuma lihat doang sembuh dong? Nah, enggak juga. Ini udah dari sananya ya. Nah, jadi ketika teman-teman sudah membuat janji to see the doctor, untuk berobat ke dokter, nah maknanya gitu. At the certain time, di waktu-waktu tertentu, udah janjian, jamnya juga udah jelas. And he or she, dan dianya bisa laki-laki atau perempuan, keeps you waiting for ages, ya, tetap membuat teman-teman nunggu dengan waktu yang lama. Nah, jadi udah janji pokoknya dengan dokternya, janjian jam 8 datang gitu kan, tapi disuruh nunggunya nggak cuma 5 menit 10 menit, but for ages, tapi dengan waktu yang lama, for 1 hour, for 2 hours maybe. Nah, does it make you angry or not? Bikin teman-teman marah nggak tuh? Ya, dengan janjiannya kayak gitu. Okay, yes. So everyone, we are going to talk about feeling. Kita akan ngomongin tadi tentang yang namanya feeling atau perasaan teman-teman. Ya, what's that? It based on the experience ya. Ini berdasarkan pengalaman semua ya. Oke. Nah, jadi so everyone, are you ready to discuss? Ya, untuk diskusikan teman-teman.
Ya. Dia apa bahasa Inggrisnya, Sir?
Yang mana?
Pemilu.
Pemilu election ya.
Election.
Election itu pemilu. Kalau elect itu nyoblos. Bahasa kitanya ya. Bahasa pemilih gitu kan. Elect itu nyoblos. Apalagi?
Kalau janji palsu?
Is that
pemilu or memilu?
Memilu, kok pemilu sih? Pemilu, typo dikit lah. Ya, ngetes aja, takutnya ngantuk kan. Ya,
Janji palsu, Sir.
Janji palsu, oke. Ini kan menurut saya kan pasti berdasarkan pengalaman gitu kan. Ya, oke. Apa bahasa Inggrisnya janji palsu?
Fake
Ya, fake aja mungkin ya. Kita bisa pakainya fake ya, janjinya janji apa? Janji-janjian atau janji sumpah, Miss?
Janji partai.
Janji partai ya, itu Miss ya. Oke.
Pengalaman.
Ya, pengalaman. Gimana? Apa, Sir? Mendengarkan itu kita ada dua. Ada listen to, ada juga hear. Apa bedanya? Kalau listen to itu mendengarkannya itu dengan menyimak. Kalau hear dia hanya mendengarkan tapi tidak sengaja. Jadi nggak sengaja. Namanya kuping kan bisa ngedengar apa aja. Nah, itu disebutnya hear. Tapi kalau teman-teman memang menyimak, itu berarti pakainya listen to. Bacanya bukan listen ya. Makanya teman-teman, dengarkan saya, bukan hear me, bukan, tapi listen to me. Kita ya. Oke? Itu mendengarkannya.
Kalau mentraktir makan, Sir?
Mentraktir itu treat ya. Treat. Nah, itu bisa diartikan memperlakukan atau juga mentraktir. Treat ya. Oke. Nah, sisa.
Sorry.
Hah?
Sir, sorry.
Yep.
Kalau misal ini nanya kan, did you hear me? Itu berarti dia maksudnya nuduh ya. Kamu dengerin aku gitu ya?
Oke.
Atau gimana?
Ya, did you hear me? Apakah kamu tadi dengerin saya? Nah, itu berarti bukan diartikan, karena hear itu tadi diartikan apa? Sesuatu yang memang tidak sengaja. Oke. Nah, kalau kita bilang, did you hear me? Tadi kamu dengar saya? Kayak gitu kan bahasa kitanya. Ya, berarti istilahnya merasa bahwa apa yang dia omongin itu kedengeran sama seseorang, gitu kan? Ya, saya ulangi.
Nguping Pak, nguping.
Rasa nguping.
Ya, oke. Ya,
Berarti
dia
kalau
merasa gitu.
mau nanya kamu dengerin aku nggak? Kayak gitu apa?
Nah, kalau misalkan, did you listen to me? Apakah kamu tadi ngedengerin, maksudnya nyimak saya enggak? Nah, kita bisa bilangnya gitu. Did you listen to me? Tapi kalau misalkan kita lagi ngomong sesuatu, terus kedengeran sama orang lain, kita pengen make sure ya, pengen memastikan gitu. Bro, did you hear my voice? Kamu tadi dengerin suara saya enggak? Atau did you hear when I spoke? Ya, tadi apakah kamu dengar ketika saya berbicara? Gitu. Yap. Nah, jadi tergantung dari konteks kalimatnya. Kalau misalkan did you hear me, berarti konteksnya memastikan orang itu ngedengerin saya, percakapan saya dengan orang lain atau enggak. Tapi kalau did you listen to me, itu memastikan bahwa orang itu nyimak saya atau enggak. Nah, gitu. Ya, itu perbedaannya. Oke. Nah, sisa kosakatanya, teman-teman.
Listening.
Halo? Apa?
Beda phrase sama this apa, Sir?
Ya, Oke, sebentar. Satu lagi, elected apa? Oh, elected ya. Elected itu menang pemilu. Bahasa kitanya gitu ya. Prabowo is elected. Nah, itu ya. Ya, bahasa sebenarnya sih kalau bahasa aslinya election itu pemilihan umum, elect itu memilih, elected itu terpilih, bahasa kitanya gitu. Kan biar enak bahasa Indonesianya aja gitu. Ya, makanya saya bilangnya elect itu nyoblos gitu ya, nyoblos di pemilu gitu. Karena kan di kita nyoblos gitu ya. Oke. Paling teman-teman untuk sisa kosakatanya seperti biasa ya, I will write down, nanti saya akan tulis ya, when you speak, ketika teman-teman berbicara ya. Oke, biar teman-teman bisa memanfaatkan waktunya ya, because our time is limit ya, karena waktu kita terbatas juga. Oke, sebentar, ini kayaknya ada yang kurang nih. Wait, saya harus buat kembali. Wait a minute. Pas. Okay, get ready everyone, and 1, 2, 3, go. Okay.
Hello there.
Hello, Risma.
Hello, Mr.
You can call me Anton.
Anton. Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from. I was born in Bangka Belitung, but I live in Tangerang.
Oh, for job?
Yes.
I see. What?
Hello, Yuli.
Hello, my name is Yuli.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Anna?
Hello, my name is Anna.
Miss Vera, Miss Eka, apa dulu ya?
I think our team already
teman-teman, Mr. Carlos, Mr. Faiz, Miss Fitri, Miss Mila, silakan dimulai.
Okay. Hannah, where are you from?
Roomnya Mr. Fahrur, you can start.
Then Miss.
Where are you from, Miss?
I'm from Medan.
Oh, Medan. You originally native Medan?
Yes, but I'm Japanese, Miss.
Oh, Japanese.
Oh, you are Japanese.
Yes. But I live and born in Medan.
And you grow up in Medan too?
Yes.
Okay. And Yuli, where are you from?
I am from South Tangerang.
So Tangerang.
Actually in Pamulang.
Pamulang.
Oh, Pamulang.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. By the way, I'm from Jambi. Risma from Jambi.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we can start discuss about this topic. Number 1, are you annoyed when your partner, husband, or wife flirts with someone else? Yes, of course. Because right now I'm married. I have my husband. If my husband flirt with someone else, I get annoyed or I get angry. But I'm not angry in the public. Maybe we can talk and we can discuss in the at home. Yeah, something like that. So I tell him I don't like it if you flirt someone. But alhamdulillah, until right now my husband is not uh, like the person flirt someone gitu. Yeah, enough from me. How about you, Mr. Fikram? Anton, number 1.
Okay. Maybe same ya with you ya, Miss. Sorry, Miss Risma ya.
Yes.
Yeah, same with you. Because actually I do make more wrong in my life because maybe I always keep my trust of my wife with me because I promise to keep her trust to me.
Yeah. That's all.
I think enough.
Okay. Maybe next, Miss Julie. How about you? Number 1.
Okay. Are you annoyed when your husband or wife flirts with someone else? In my opinion, is of course this is very for me, and I feel jealous because my husband flirt with someone else with other feelings. So I can disrespectful with my, but with his ability to without the other feeling, it's no problem for me. It's okay. I think this depend on our
Condition.
feeling.
Yeah.
Everyone because the what basic feeling, and it's okay for me, but this respectful with other feelings.
Okay, nice. That's all enough, Miss Julie.
I think it's enough. Thank
Okay.
you.
The last one, Miss Hannah. Please answer number 1. Are you there, Miss Hannah? Okay, maybe Miss Hannah.
Sorry,
sorry.
sorry.
Miss Hannah,
I
your
mute
last
the
one.
microphone. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Are you annoyed when your partner, husband or wife flirts with someone else? Of course, I will be annoyed because, as we know, as a woman, we can hide our jealous.
Mm-mm.
We will be jealous. We will be angry, and I think a relationship is. I think a relationship must be faithful, ya, harus setia gitu.
Mm.
We must save feeling our partner, our couple gitu. And then you know uh, a feeling timbul apa sih? A feeling rise apa sih? A feeling timbul awalnya begin when we start from a friend,
Oh
when we
yeah.
from friend
From
and then flirts,
yeah.
just for fun,
Yeah, just for fun, joking and
just for fun.
and
There is but lama-lama
yeah, timbul
it
perasaan.
can muncul feeling like that, I think.
Yes, you're right.
Can you understand me, Miss?
Yeah.
Maybe it's from me.
Enough.
Okay.
Miss
Yes,
Hannah,
enough.
maybe you can answer number 2. The last one answer question, so she or he answer the next question. So you please answer number 2.
Okay.
Mm.
Do you get angry when politicians make promises they can keep? Of course, I get angry, but sometimes I feel I don't care lah. I know that you just apa you just you just looking for our opportunity. Dia hanya mencari perhatian doang gitu.
Yeah.
You promise because you need our opportunity. Opportunity
Yeah.
bener nggak, Miss?
Uh,
Perhatian ya?
yeah, need
Yes.
our suara, our vote.
Yes.
Jadi biar just
Yes.
fake promise
Yes.
something like that.
Yes. But I know that when you sit, you will forget us, forget
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So will they give serangan pagi, serangan fajar? Ya udah, terimain aja.
Okay.
Okay, like that lah.
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's enough from me.
Okay.
Miss, next, Miss.
Next, Miss Yuli.
This is related with situation.
Number
You
2.
get angry that keep. And of course, this is very disappointing for me. I feel disappointed if it's undermine trust and lead to other, I think other huru harapan. Because this is interfere our daily life, like the price of the material like the rice, maybe they get the high price, like suffering from the other society injustice, and the politician is underestimate our
Oke,
vote.
grupnya Mr. Carlos saya pindahkan ya.
I think we cannot ignore the situation. Thank you. This is enough for me, Miss.
Okay, for me, number 2, do you get angry when politicians make promise they cannot keep? Yeah, same with you guys. Before I not into to politics, but when I was get married and more dewasa, more
Mature.
yeah, more mature.
Mature.
Yeah, more mature. So I learn about the politics in Indonesia. I into it, politik Indonesia, and then of course if the a politician make promise and then can keep, I feel disappointed,
Miss Mutiara, Mr.
disappointing
Fahnur,
for me,
itu ada Mr. Ronald baru
and
join.
yeah, but we do not have apa ya, we do not have, kita nggak punya power, but we can, for me just ya berusaha untuk diri sendiri dan keluarga aja lah untuk sekarang gitu. Kecewa ya sudah, tapi tetap mau kayak mana lagi, kita harus berusaha untuk survive di Indonesia ini atau survive di dunia ini ya dari diri kita sendiri gitu. Jadi ya kecewa pasti kecewa, kalau punya power pasti pengen juga lah bisa berkontribusi gitu, setidaknya sedikit gitu. Ya, enough from me.
Okay.
And how about you, Mr. Anton?
I think all politician always make false promises so I don't want to believe too much in their promises Moreover, if I have to be angry, it will make my blood high so I don't believe it. Maybe actually I have a lot my friend, and he or she attend to the political then they experience not too good for their life because they feel not too good for the life in your family. Maybe sometimes he or she feel berdosa, what meaning they feel the
sin, I think.
Sin will be sin in yourself gitu.
Yeah.
Actually, I 1 month ago, I asked him, why you don't follow the all election for these years, and then he answered to me, I don't I didn't follow the election for this years. He said to me. Okay,
Okay. Yeah, because the
I think enough.
because the politics, I
Yeah.
think dark circle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe any some political is honest, but the most of them is terjerumus, I think.
Yes.
Okay, maybe Mr. Anton, you can answer number 3.
Sorry.
Yeah, number 3.
Okay. Do you get angry when you watch the news on the TV and see all the terrible thing happening in the world?
Yeah, like pre-Palestine, I think.
Oh.
Listen.
Actually, I feel empathy. If I saw the Palestine in watching in the television, maybe uh, I want to help and go there because the regulation in our government maybe not too easy to go there because regulation maybe I think I'm very so sad if I saw the television the story about the Palestinian people
Yeah, yes, you're right. That's all enough,
Okay.
Mister.
Okay, I think enough.
For me, number 3, do you get angry when you watch the news on TV and see all the terrible things happening in the world? Yeah, if the news is something terrible, of course I get sad, I get angry if who make the something terrible, like genocide from Israel to Palestine, and maybe something who any community like make our environment, make our forest, make our earth getting bad, maybe something like that. Yeah, I feel angry, and I feel why you broke the earth, why you doing something terrible, something like that. But yeah, maybe right now I just pray for them, and yeah, enough from me. Maybe next, Miss Hannah. How about you, number 3?
But you get angry when you watch the news on TV and feel the terrible things happening in the world. Of course, same like you, Miss and Mister. I also angry, so angry. When I see the news on Instagram.
Mm.
You know, I always see in Instagram. I always cry when I see them, or when I see the genocide,
Mm.
genocide
Genocide. Mm.
Israel to Palestine. You know,
Mm.
and I feel so disappointed with PBB, with
Mm.
our government, with PBB. Why they're just silent? You know,
Mm-mm.
why they can do anything? Uh, what Amerika keluarin apa itu, you know?
Mm-mm. Yes, right.
Why just one country can make other country silence, you know? I think, wah, ya Allah, why,
Mm-mm.
why just dibiarin aja gitu, tunggu apa lagi
Yes.
gitu? You know, uh, like that lah. I always
I
write,
think it's
and then
yeah.
I always share the news from Instagram to Facebook, and then I try to apa sih namanya?
Boycott.
Yes, boycott.
Mm. Me too.
Sekarang tuh boycott terus, apapun tuh di boycott.
Mm.
So maybe I just can do like that. I
Mm-mm.
make a donation, boycott like that,
Mm-mm.
and always pray for them.
Yes, you're right. Me too.
I think
Boycott.
it's enough for it's enough for me. And then your turn, Miss Yuli. Okay, Miss Yuli.
Maybe Mr. Anton, you wanna? Oh, okay. After
Do
Mr.
you get when you watch the news on television and see all the terrible things happening in the world? Of course, I angry and sad, very sad when we can see the children bleeding and the blood is everywhere. This is related to the condition in Palestine, genocide from the Israel. This I can feel pity. I only just grumble in my heart, but we can do anything, of course, but we can fight them with deliver some dua, maybe some dua with donate, and maybe we can
boycott.
boycott,
Yeah.
of course, and we can like the strike the menyerang Instagram profile from the IDF maybe. Yeah, because I have saya telah melakukan itu gitu, Miss. Ya, jadi perasaan feeling itu merasa senang aja gitu, membuat mereka lebih tertekan begitu. Itu salah satunya sih begitu, Miss. I think one of the fighting for Palestine. Maybe it's my opinion, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, nice. Can you answer number 4 too, Miss Yuli?
Does it annoy you when soft assistant try to sell you things you don't need? I think it's okay, no problem, because the soft assistants they do their work. Maybe it is not it's no problem for me. Is it not annoy? And I think it's okay, no problem. I think yes, we can help. Sorry. Thank you very much for your promotion, and thank you. Maybe we can say that it's okay. Thank you.
Maybe next, Mr. Anton.
Yes. The question number 4 ya. I think I think I don't know. I don't feel angry ya if the shop assistant accompany me if I want to sell or buy something, if he or she don't over maybe overacting like that.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, if he or she give information detail to me, maybe I'm appreciate with they
Okay.
I think enough from me.
Okay. Next, Miss Hannah.
Okay. Does it annoy does it annoy you when shop assistant tries to sell you things you don't need? I think I don't feel annoyed because it's their job, and if I don't want to buy it, I just menolaknya refuse it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reject maybe. Yeah, reject refuse.
It's from me. I don't feel annoyed.
By the way, your voice is so small. Maybe you far from your microphone, I think.
Maybe if like that, can you hear me?
Right now it's
Yes.
very clear.
Very clear.
Are you use handset?
Yes, I
Maybe
use it.
your microphone and so far, so your voice is small like before. But right now it's clear. That's all enough, Miss?
Yes, I think I enough.
Okay, for me number 4, does it annoy you when shop assistants try to sell you things you don't need? No, I don't feel annoyed. Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Anton. If offer and if I reject, so them maksa, maybe I can sorry, maybe. But the most of time is not make me annoyed or not make me angry. Just okay gitu. It's okay because their job. And then I answer number 5. Does it annoy you when someone interrupt you when you are speaking? Yeah, a little bit annoyed, but I can handle. So I can can lead the if the turn I speak, so I can take back. Right now is my turn to speak. Please listen to me, something like that. But yeah, just so. How about you, Miss Yuli? Number 5.
Number 5. Does it annoy you when someone interrupts you when you are speaking? Of course, it is very annoying for me because I often in my office I have my friends. There is always interrupts me when I speaking, and I only talk to her with like okay, let her finish her self her talk, and after he finish the opinion, I can interrupt her. It's very annoying, and I feel annoyed. It's of course because my opinion not finished. She has always interrupt. Um, eh, like the other opinion is true or false. She never mind, and I feel it's very angry at that time. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's always maybe my speaking is always slow. Maybe we can be patient. Maybe my solution is be patient, more patient. Sabar gitu.
Iya.
Gitu aja sih, Mit. Gitu aja. Ya, thank you.
Iya. Like kan toxic apa partner job ya.
Job. This is her my partner job.
But yeah. That's all enough, Miss. Okay. Next, Miss Hannah.
Does it annoy you when someone interrupts you when you are speaking? Of course, I think I feel annoyed because uh, when someone interrupts you, when we are speaking and someone interrupts us, I think it's not polite, you know.
Yes, you're right. Not polite, tidak sopan ya.
We should listen our partner speak, and then after he or we finish their speak, we, we can speak after that.
Yes.
I think it's not polite. That's from me.
Okay. Next, Mr. Anton. How about you?
Okay. Does it annoy you when someone interrupt you when you are speaking? Yes, of course. Yeah, I feel I get angry if someone interrupt me when I not finish to explain about something, and he interrupt. Yeah, maybe I will. If my employers, I will get angry to him or his, because I don't I don't because I want to the perfectly to the my job, because I want to get the goal will be good, like that. Maybe he or she didn't know what want to do for the goal, and he interrupt the our explain to he or she, maybe I'm very very angry. it's my typical ya.
Oke, thumbs up. Oh, zoomnya langsung keluar. Oh no. Back to main
your
room.
book ya, silakan nanti tulis lagi kembali di bukunya masing-masing. Ini sebenarnya banyak kosakata yang kayaknya baru banget gitu kan, and then you never use it, but yeah, alhamdulillah you can find it. Okay, everyone, I'm so sorry because I have another schedule, and tomorrow dan besok we start again, and the time is as usual, dan besok waktunya seperti biasa ya. Okay, we will close, kita tutup dulu, let's close our class, we're sitting hamdalah together.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.